Welcome to a special edition of We Believe Digital Broadcast. Today we're going to talk about the many positive things that are going on in the studio and talk about all of the wonderful things that are coming in the future. And we really want to, give a shout out and some appreciation to our many sponsors that are with us every step of the way. So I have with me my co-host with Newsbreak, who's joining me today in this special edition, and that's Chris Young. How are you, Chris?
Doing just fine, Mr. Garrett.
Good. Now, we're still broadcasting live. We're being seen in over 139 countries, and we're being seen on Facebook, on YouTube, on Roku TV, and WeBelieveDigital.com. So it's very important that our viewers, understand that our goal and our job and our primary responsibility is to bring you informative news, things that are going on in the African American community that does not get covered by mainstream. And so we're going to talk about our programming, we're going to talk about our advertisers, and we're going to solicit your involvement. So I want you to call me at 800-492-5186, and let's chat a bit. I want you to also hit the share button on Facebook, and in the chat box, we'll be able to see your texts as they come in, and we'll be able to respond to them as well. So we really want to create the interchange and the dialogue with our viewers, wherever you are all across this world, whether that's China or whether that's New Mexico or whether that's Jackson, Mississippi. We look forward to the interaction with you. Now today, we're going to start out by talking about one of our sponsors. Our sponsor is called Meet Mason. Now you see it on the screen there, Meet Mason. The author of the book, Pastor Sherry Tate, is running this ad with us. And a book is available on Amazon.com. You can go there and buy it. You see scan the barcode there and order the book directly online. Meet Mason is one of the projects that we have high hopes for, that you're going to see this commercial and this ad that's running on our platform for weeks and weeks to come. One of the things we want to do here at We Believe Digital is bring value to our clientele. And we have the time. So we have the time to promote you and your brand and your products like no one else can. So Meet Mason with Pastor Sherry Tate. Buy her book on Amazon.com. It's critically important. Next, we want to talk about a little bit the shows that's coming up later on this evening. Real Spill. These guys have been with us now for 8 to 9 months, and they do an excellent show talking about the sports environment. And sports right now is one of those arenas that is going to get a lot of attention. Chris, do you ever engage in sports in any way? That's kind of not an area that you focus on too much.
I can't get enough of it. I love sports. I love all kinds of sports. And, pardon me, in this day we're living in, sometimes sports is the only thing you look at where you think, well, this is the truth. Yeah. This is what's really going on. If it's foul, they call it foul. If it's fair, it's fair, and... sometimes in this day and age, it's a little hard to come by. So I love sports.
Good. Well, do you have any idea where Tom Brady is? He's missing, and everybody is wondering, where is Tom Brady?
Yeah, and I think I'm going to give Tom Brady a pass on wherever he wants to be. Let him just be there. That's 7 rings on his fingers. So if he needs to take a little hiatus, let's just give him a pass.
The man is 45 years old and doesn't have anything in the world to prove, but we hope he's back.
Yeah.
Many fans want to see Brady back on the field, and I know the Buccaneers lost last night.
Yes.
And so perhaps they would have won had he been there. Mm-hmm. But Real Spill, the guys are doing an excellent job there, and we look forward to them continuing. Next on our back screen, you will see great coffee, Earth Blend Coffee. Now, they've been with us from the very beginning, and that coffee is roasted right here in Jackson, Mississippi, in a roasting facility second to none, owned by African Americans. And hopefully you'll be able to buy coffee on the GSA schedule, on state contract, on municipalities, on all our restaurants, and in our promotion in our churches. Hopefully we're going to see Earth Blend Coffee become a household name like Folgers. Now, Chris, I know you make a big pot every morning. What's your thought about Earth Blend?
No, it's a good quality coffee. You know, I've been in a habit of just getting the cheap one at the grocery store, and when you let me take a bag of that home, you know, it's a whole different experience. I mean, and being an old Navy guy, you know, you can't be in the Navy and serve on ships without being used to a rugged cup of coffee, and that is a darn good cup of coffee, that Earth Blend.
Well, I know now that we have some interest from the country of Yemen, yes. And a couple of our guys now at Mississippi State are in our roasting studio,
right.
And they are roasting coffee and bringing beans out of Yemen and other places. I can never pronounce their names. Can you?
Yes, Zaid. Zaid is one, and the other is Shauki.
Yeah. And Shauki is a student at Mississippi State University.
Yeah, they were just here Saturday afternoon, bringing in different types of green beans and blending, trying to set up different. They want to create different. Not sure the official. Is it signature or?
Well, it's different blends.
Different blends. They want to be able to have different profiles or something with the coffee, and they're working hard at it.
You know, America does not grow coffee.
Right.
So there are no beans that can be acquired from American soil. Many of our viewers may not know that. But you can't grow coffee in the USA. So beans from Ethiopia, from China, from Brazil, Jamaica, from Yemen.
Right.
Those elevations and soil types, the mountainous regions, produce the very best coffee. And it's a real science and an art to knowing how to harvest those beans and how to blend those beans to get the perfect cup of coffee. And so, go ahead.
And these guys from Yemen, you know, just eager and anxious to, you know, that once they saw the roasting equipment and everything, they just couldn't wait to get down to work, and they're they're contacting people in different countries, trying to secure ways to get different beans that they can experiment with and find different profiles to ultimately give the customer some good choices.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I know that we are looking for a barista, a individual that's been to school and has become certified as a roaster. And we're talking to people in far away as Kuwait and Ethiopia, and guys are trying to get their passport straight. It got put on hold during the Trump administration, and they couldn't get out of the country. But we're looking forward to the day when we have a gentleman that can do more with coffee than anybody else in this part of the country. So watch out for Earth Blend Coffee. Go to earthblendcoffee.co. That's earthblendcoffee.co. The website is very, very well done. And you can order your coffee for your restaurants, for your schools, and for your households. And so we're glad to have Earth Blend Coffee. Another one of our shows, Chris, that we are happy to have in our programming is called Kingdom Prayer.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Kingdom Prayer.
Well, you put us all in a conference room, I want to say about 7-8 weeks ago, and said, you know, with all the issues that we have going on in Jackson and all the struggles that people are up against day in and day out, and struggles with the leadership here in Jackson, you know, you said, you know, I think it would behoove us if we could start our studio day with a segment of prayer, and that evolved in a matter of days. That evolved into Pastor Joseph White, Community Restoration Church, coming in here Tuesdays and Thursdays. He does an hour-long program, provides a lot of foundation for doing different prayers, and the viewers get to observe all this and actually pray right along with the pastor Tuesdays and Thursdays from noon to 1.
Well, I can tell you that prayer is needed in Jackson, Mississippi, or in the state of Mississippi. Prayer is very, very much needed. So these gentlemen come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays and do a full hour of praying.
Right.
And Chris, that's tremendously important.
It's tremendous, and the idea too, we can get when we get these comment lines smoothed out, which is part of what we've been working on all day today, to get the comment lines smoothed out and the call-in function smoothed out. People be able to call in with specific prayer requests and have those honored right on the spot.
When you say getting the comments ironed out, it's you want to be able for our viewers across the country to see everybody's comments,
right? Whether
they post it on Instagram, Facebook, or any other social media.
That's right, and generate a dialogue, because the programming that we have on this platform is important. It's relevant. It's not any kind of snippets like you see on a lot of other. It's more in depth.
Well, switching right now to our next program, News Break. Now, this is your baby. This is a program you created. What was your inspiration for it?
Well, just like I said a minute ago, the idea that we can share with our viewers beneath the surface. Rather than just you go to the broadcast stations and you see 6 lines about a topic or something like that, and you really don't know what's going on with it. So we dive deeper. We dive beneath the surface and give the viewers some more context to share the news. And we're starting to see the numbers grow more and more for that show.
Well, I know that you've been doing some hard-hitting reporting over in the Mississippi Link, and sometimes it bleeds over to news breaks. What are some of the topics that you guys are covering over there?
Well, of course, there's the trash contract. It's been going on and on and on. There'll be a status hearing, I believe it's the 29th of this month. There may be some kind of ruling on all that. So the trash contract, the water issues, the all the million different dimensions of poverty. We talk about that a lot and write about it a lot.
Do you talk about the HDS, the Human Service Department,
the TANF dollars, and the the IHL, institutions of higher learning. This board of trustees appointed by governors, serving a 9-year term, but somehow or another they ended up funneling millions and millions of TANF dollars to public institutions. Mississippi State, Delta State, University of Southern Mississippi, and lo and behold, the utilization of TANF funds in any public education is expressly prohibited.
Expressly prohibited. So we talk about those kinds of things on News Break. And next we have the New South Development and Training and Stilettos on the Pavement. I didn't know what stilettos meant until this show started. And now I hear it with Cherie over at WMPR when she comes in and she says it's time for her to put her stilettos on the pavement and fishtail out of here.
That's right.
And so we really appreciate Stilettos on the Pavement and the wonderful things that they're doing. I spoke to Tamika, who's in Atlanta, and told her that I wanted her to remote in. She couldn't do it today, but they bring us interesting information about what's going on in women's world. And one of the programs that we are very much interested in, if you're listening out there, is Women for Progress. We think you guys have done an excellent job of informing the public out there and dealing with the issues. And this is the platform that you need to be on so others can hear you all across the world. Again, call us at 800-492-5186. Share with us on Facebook. Hit the comment button and share the stories. Go to the website, WeBelieveDigital.com. Hit the donate button. We need the fuel. We need the excitement. We have plenty job offers and opportunities for young engineers. If you're a student at Tougaloo or Jackson State or any of the Belhaven, Millsap, Mississippi College, and you want to really define and refine and improve your skill set, we welcome you in our studio as we grow and learn and take this thing to a higher level. We want the quality of our product to be similar to or better than CNN. We are really working hard to make this studio be the kind of place that you want to be and have your name associated with it. Now, we've been talking about a lot of commercials and things that we're doing, but right now we're getting ready to go to a commercial break. So, Mr. Engineer, take it away.
Let's read and learn together. Meet Mason. Written by Sherry Tate. Illustrated by David. Mason is a young, inspired learner. Walk with him as he uses his 5 senses to explore the world around him. Your young one can learn to identify shapes, numbers, letters, and more with Meet Mason. Available now on Amazon.com.
Advertise on WeBelieve.global, a brand new digital media platform. Share your brand with our audience on our many global live stream TV broadcasts and over the radio. For more info, visit WeBelieve.global or call 800-492-5186, option 1.
All over the world. You can find us on Facebook, on Roku TV, on YouTube, and our very own platform, WeBelieveDigital.com. Call us at 800-492-5186. On Facebook and Instagram, hit the comment button and the share button. We need your involvement and your participation. We'll be able to see your text messages in our chat box, and your text message will be seen all over the world. It's one of the things that as Chris mentioned earlier, we're ironing out, and that's where we're going. We're going to have the most interactive platform in the country. Also, this platform is available to you when you want to go live. America and the youth today does not conform to giving them something at 6 and 8. They want news whenever they want news. And so they get that online, and they get that on their smartphones, etc. Well, this platform is the same way. If you want to go live, give us a call. See if we have an available spot for you. If we do, we'll put you on the same hour that you call. Listen, my co-host is Christopher Young, and we're having a great time here talking about what's going on in the studio, and thanking our advertisers, etc., for all of the wonderful things that they do. And so one of the advertisers that we've had over the years that we're real proud of is Socrates Garrett Enterprises. Imagine that. And we specialize in demolitions. With all of the houses and the commercial structures that need to be taken down in Jackson, Mississippi, we are here to help with that. Now, we realize that older people have financial issues when the city or the state sends them the notice and say, you gotta take this down. We're gonna clean it up, take it down, and charge you and put a lien on the land. We wanna help with that. So we have financing available to assist you with the demolitions of old, dilapidated problems that's causing you some problems with the city and the state. Again, Socrates Garrett Enterprises, the largest demolition contractor that's in the state of Mississippi that's African American owned. We're number 2 in the state in total, but M&M may be a little bit larger. So reach out to us at 601-209-9199, and we thank Socrates Garrett Enterprises for all of the support that they've given. Chris, the next program show is health and habits. What's that about?
Well, this is a really a very creative show done by Mr. Dennis Ayers, who is a long-time insurance professional, and he constantly brings guests onto the show to talk about different health issues, different changes in lifestyle that people can make, and he also is an absolute authority on different insurance plans that are available and insurance opportunities that people may not be available or may not be knowledgeable about, that Dennis, he just knows the ins and outs of all of that. And very sincere African-American insurance professional, and we're just happy to have him on the platform, this Health and Habits, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 3:30.
Now, tell us a little bit about the rates of We Believe Digital broadcast studio. You know, how economical is it to have your products for good and services advertised?
I surely wish I had that rate sheet in front of me, but as I recall, it was $100 for 2 30-minute live shows per month. So that's so to do an actual show, like we're sitting behind the counter here doing a show. Somebody could come in with their own concept, and right now, during this special period, 2 different 30-minute shows within a 1-month period for $100 is impossible to go any less than that.
And I believe that if it's pre-recorded, it would be $50.
It would be less. That's right.
It would be
half
less.
Of that.
So for $50, you get 2 30-minute pre-recorded shows per month.
Right. Yeah, you would come in and record the show at a mutually agreeable time, and then we would have the then we would air that at a time that fits in well with the schedule. That's the whole thing with the pre-record as opposed to the live broadcast.
And look, you can have your ads run, for $10 a spot for a 30-second spot, only $10. Now, you have to sign up for a week contract, and that's 15 ads or $150 a week. But you take commercials like Meet Mason, you take commercials like Socrates Garrett Enterprises Demolition, it only costs $150 a week to have a presence here on this studio. So whether you were running for elected office, whether you're a politician trying to get your name out there, or whether you have a new book that you're trying to sell, or whether, like I'm doing, advertising our demolition specials and financing, $10 for a 30-second spot, 15 spots per week at $150. You really just can't beat that. I want you to share that information with all of your friends and family and let them know that we want them to engage us and help us build this platform in a way that it makes us all proud. Now, the next show that we want to talk about that comes on, and it's been coming on at 7 p.m. Every Tuesday night, and we're talking to the attorney right now about moving him up into prime time at 5 p.m. We'll see what he says. It's the Brent Hazard Show. Now, Brent is a local attorney that's well known. He has a tremendous presence in the African-American community and the majority community as well. He is on the staff at Richard Swartz and Associates. And the guy has had tremendous success. He has defended and tried cases in New York City and all over this world. He's taken on clients as large as Microsoft and has won. So Brent Hazard, the premier attorney, you can find his show on WMPR on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock, I believe. He's also on Super Talk Radio at some given time. He's on We Believe Digital Podcast Show. And the guy is busy. He's always working, trying to make a difference. So catch the Brent Hazard Show every Tuesday evening, either at 5 or at 7. But Brent Hazard, we appreciate your business. The next show we want to talk about is Hold the Heat. Now, I'm going to let you lead us into Hold the Heat. What kind of show is that?
Well, it's a very interesting show. A young man by the name of Isaiah McCoy. And the thing that strikes me in the episodes that I've watched, he's just dripping with sincerity. This young man, he's saying, "Look, hold the heat. We got to find other ways to deal with issues than picking up the heat, picking up the guns, and put down this violence." He's also very, very open about mental health issues, and as you know, especially got highlighted through the pandemic. But a lot of younger folks have budding mental health issues, but they don't feel like it's okay to talk about it. Well, when you talk to Isaiah, it's okay to talk about it. He finds a way to get things out there and brings other young African-American guests on the show to talk about issues that are affecting young people. And it's a unique show. That's Wednesday at 6 p.m. Hold the Heat.
Hold the Heat. And, of course, Wednesday we have Wow that comes every Wednesday evening from New Horizons Church located here in Jackson. New Horizon Church International with Bishop Ronnie Crudup on Wednesday nights. We also have New Horizon Church that broadcasts live at 8 a.m. every Sunday morning right here on We Believe Digital. It's being seen all over the world, and so we welcome other pastors. Had a great conversation today with Pastor Jason Goree out at New Horizon Rankin Church, and we look forward to having them on our live feed coming directly into the studio. Pastor Jenkins, Thomas Jenkins, we need you in this studio, in this broadcast studio, delivering that message that only you can deliver. And so Henry Joseph, who is now a bishop in the Church of International Fellowship, and so probably the greatest evangelist that we've seen in this time, Bishop Joseph, we need you in the studio. And, of course, the senior pastor, the dean of all pastors, Reverend Pastor Bishop Jerry Young, the president of the Baptist Convention. Now, I get a little confused between the Mississippi Baptists and the State Baptists and all of that, but the Black Baptist Organization, I think I can get away with that one. Jerry Young is the national president, and Jerry, we would love to have your broadcast, your feed directly into our studios, where other members of the Association of Pastors and Baptists all over the world can see your message whenever they feel like it. They don't have to worry about getting it at 8 o'clock. They can see it at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, whenever they feel like it. And the important thing is that the message will be archived right here in our broadcast studio forever. So anyone that wants to go back and say, I want to listen to the sermon that was given in 2019 on Sunday, the 4th of September, they can find it. They can go back and revisit it. And so it's critically important we welcome in our pastors. 800-492-5186. That's 800-492-5186. Hit us in the chat box on Facebook and on Instagram, and we will see your chats, and we'll post them for all to see, and we'll do our very best to engage you in that dialogue. So we welcome them. The final thing that we're going to talk about, we can't get all of this done. There's so many programs on We Believe Digital, but the last one we're going to cover for this segment is The Hurt is the Same. Chris, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this is Chantel Johnson and Shantae White, two women that just, they just reside at the intersections of the pain of losing a child to gun violence here in Jackson. They partner up with other organizations. They bring you the word straight off the street. It's a very, very popular program. May be the most watched program on the platform right now. But they're dynamic women that they hold nothing back. Sometimes I got to say, girls, take it easy a little bit, because they really give it to you. And there's so many people calling in on their show, and so many people commenting, sending comments and encouragement and stars to support the program. They really, we're happy to have them here. And you think of everything that comes out of the pain of losing a child to gun violence, and what these women do. They challenge other mothers. Where is your baby right now? Here it is. The show comes on at 8. Well, it technically gets started about 8:30 on Wednesdays, and they ask people straight out, where is your baby right now? Where exactly are they? Who are they talking to on the phone? Who are they hanging out with? Do they have any access to guns? What's going on with the drugs? They're really on top of all that, trying to make a difference.
Well, again, we can't cover it all, but you see it on the screen. I heard is the saying, outstanding young ladies doing a wonderful job. Now, we won't be able to get to any more today, but I just want to send a shout out to Tony Yaba with the buffet, and Prove 'em Wrong with Vince Gordon, Foxy Roxy with Vibing with Foxy Roxy, and a few more that we have that are on this program. And so until next week, this has just been an update from WeBelieveDigital.com. Y'all stay safe out there and have a good evening.